Imagine you're one of the 4 Artemis II astronauts, sealed inside the Orion capsule, racing at 25,000 miles an hour around the back of the moon. Earth has just vanished behind the lunar curve. For the first time in history, every radio channel is dead. No mission control, no voices, just the hum of your own breath inside the helmet and the cold black void pressing against the windows. You lean forward, heart hammering, and stare down at the surface that no human eyes have ever seen this close. And that's when you see it. A wound. A jagged, glowing scar slicing across the far side like the moon itself has been ripped open. NASA is already losing its mind back on Earth because this single image changes everything. From a distance, the far side looks almost peaceful. A silent kingdom of craters stacked inside craters. Mountain peaks sharper than any on Earth. Valleys so deep they swallow starlight. It's beautiful in the way only dead things can be. Pristine, untouched, glowing silver under the raw sun. No wind, no sound, just 4 billion years of perfect stillness. But something is wrong, terribly wrong. As the capsule swings lower, the high-resolution cameras lock on. The scar is real, over 1,000 kilometers long, wider than the Grand Canyon, deeper than Everest is tall. The edges are razor-sharp, not smoothed by eons of dust. This crack didn't exist on any map LRO or Chang'e sent back. It appeared recently, and you're the first living thing to witness it. But here's the problem. The scale is impossible. If that fracture keeps spreading, it could split the entire moon like an egg. One good shake and billions of tons of rock would spray into space. Some of those rocks would be aimed straight at Earth. But it gets worse. Your instruments start screaming. The gravity field beneath the scar is warped. Mass concentration so extreme they're tugging the spacecraft off course by a hair. Scientists call them mascons, but this one feels alive, like the moon is clenching a fist beneath the surface and pulling you in. One wrong calculation and Orion becomes a permanent satellite, forever circling a dying world. And this is where things change. Radiation detectors spike red. In this single zone, the cosmic rays and solar particles are flooding in at 10 times the rate anywhere else on the moon. No atmosphere, no magnetic shield, just raw, invisible fire pouring straight through your hull. If you stepped outside right now, the dose would cook your organs in under 30 minutes. Your DNA would unravel. Your eyes would burn from the inside. You would die standing up, still smiling at the view. But that's not even the worst part. The temperature on the sunlit rim is hot enough to melt lead. Drop into the shadowed trench and it plunges to -200°C. Your suit would go brittle in seconds. One crack in the fabric and the vacuum would suck the air from your lungs so fast you wouldn't even have time to scream. Yet the real horror is coming from below. Seismic sensors, left over from Apollo and upgraded for this mission, pick up constant microquakes. Not the old, weak tremors everyone expected. These are rhythmic, pulsing, like something massive is shifting down there, miles beneath the crust. Molten pockets waking up, gas pockets expanding in the vacuum. The far side isn't dead rock. The sleeping, and starting to stir. Remember Chang'e 4? The Chinese probe that touched down in Von Karman crater on the far side in 2019? It found glassy, gel-like material no one could explain. Strange beads formed in temperatures we thought impossible. Now you understand why NASA cut the live feed for a few tense minutes. They saw the same unnatural shine in your new images, only 1,000 times larger, bleeding out of that fresh scar. But here's the problem that keeps the engineers awake at night. The far side has a thicker crust than the near side. Everyone knew that. It was supposed to be the quiet half, the side that took the worst beating when the moon formed from the giant impact with Theia 4 billion years ago. Now that same crust is cracking open like old skin. If the stress keeps building, the next big moonquake won't just shake the surface. It could launch debris on trajectories that cross Earth's orbit for the next 10,000 years. You feel it in your bones. There is no safe place here. Orbit the moon and the radiation cooks you slowly. Land near the scar and the ground might collapse into a lava tube the size of Manhattan. Stay away and you're still breathing airless dust laced with radioactive thorium that no spacesuit can block forever. Every future Artemis landing, Every habitat we dream of building now sits on top of a geological time bomb we never knew existed. And this is where the fear becomes something deeper, because the moon was never supposed to be our stepping stone. It was supposed to be a dead rock we could conquer. Instead, it's showing us the truth we've tried to ignore. Space doesn't negotiate. It doesn't forgive. It doesn't care that we spent billions and risked 4 lives just to sneak a look behind its back. As Orion finally swings back around and Earth rises again like a blue promise on the horizon, you realize the terrifying final truth. We didn't discover a new danger on the moon tonight. We discovered that the danger was always there, watching us, waiting, patient as stone. The far side just stopped pretending to be quiet. And now we have to decide if we're brave enough or stupid enough to keep going back anyway. Because the next time we fly behind that silent wall of rock, the moon might not let us leave.